This is Will Nunziata, New York City-based director and creator of theater, television, and film. And today I am thrilled to be speaking with the frontman, vocalist, and rhythm guitarist of the hit New York City rock band, All Due Respect, the one and only Jesse Anholt. But before we get to our interview, here's a sneak peek at his original song for the band called Hellfire. Jesse, how are you?
Hey, how's it going?
Jesse, doing so much better now that we're finally talking. And I also want to give credit to the band's bassist, Thomas O'Hagan, who also co-wrote that song with you. I want to know first and foremost, the idea behind Hellfire and how it all came about.
Well, that song kind of came about. Thomas and I have been working together for a long time in a number of different projects, but that one came about. Actually, we were originally called, before All Due Respect came to be, we were called Prettier in Person, which was, a fun project to work on. But that song actually originated there. And it's a lot about, love, loss. Both of us were kind of going through rough relationships at the time, which, of course, generally makes for the best music. So, so that's kind of where that one came out of. Since then, we've kind of like graduated into a few other topics, but that one was definitely about just kind of like pain, loss, and dealing with a breakup.
Well, listen, I think if anyone has been dealing with pain, loss, and breakups, it's in these past 2 years. I know more friends than I'd like to, admit, who have gone through all three of those things. So obviously it's a timely and timeless sentiment, unfortunately. But you know what?
Yeah.
There's something about music that heals. Do you agree?
Oh, absolutely. I think, throughout the course of the past few years, enduring the pandemic and everything, I think that music is one of the things that got us through. And, if there is a silver lining, it's the fact that we as musicians had so much time to sit home and write. And I think that out of that, there came a ton of creativity and a ton of, new material that can really go out there to help people. And I think in a long, in a silver lining kind of way, I think that it really did heal a lot of people, both physically and emotionally.
Amen, my friend. Amen. I want to know, though, for you guys, in all due respect, moving forward, as venues start to open up, live, performances take place, I'm curious where we in the tri-state area can catch you guys next.
So we've actually done a good few shows already. We here in the city locally, we've done Rockwood Music Hall, we've done Arlene's Grocery, we did the Delancey, East Berlin, all of those places, and then we actually just last month were out on Long Island doing a show out there in the middle of nowhere at this dirty little rock bar in Holbrook, Long Island, and it was fantastic. We had a great time. But yeah, so coming up next, we don't have anything planned right now, but we are in talks with Arlene's to get another show there. But yeah, we'll be touring all around the city as we do as things start opening up.
Of course you will, because you guys are fantastic. You have such an authentic sound. I'm curious to know obviously because you're the front man, but I'm sure this is obviously in collaboration with Thomas and, you know, your other bandmates. I'm curious to know where you gain a lot of your musical inspiration from, Jesse.
Well, in terms of just in terms of other musicians and other bands, I've always been, you know, at my heart, a huge Rage Against the Machine fan. Rage Against the Machine, Offspring, NoFX, Metallica, you know, Audio Slave. These are all, you know, big influences for us. But yeah, going forward, we've started the music that we've been writing. We have a new album that'll be coming out in about 2 months here. We're finally getting to the
Wait, what's the
finishing
name of
stages
it?
of it.
Can you give us a hint?
The name of the album is going to be Strings Attached.
I think
So so we're really excited about it. It's gonna be coming out, you know, hopefully in the next 2 months here. But you know, this one is a little more politically driven, and not in necessarily one, you know, it's not one side of the aisle or the other necessarily in terms of politics, but just general observations in terms of, you know, the division and the, you know, everything that our country has been going through. So you know, even though the breakup songs, you know, are always fun, like we wanted to dive a little deeper and get into some real some heavier matters. So
incredible. Well, listen, Jesse, I could speak with you all day. Before I ask my final question, I want to let the audience know, for more on Jesse and all due respect, please go to all of the links below. Jesse, I'm so excited you and your band are coming on board this incredible new social media app, FENIX360. There are over 150 bands from all over the world, from China to Singapore to Japan to Australia to London to right here in this great city known as the Big Apple, coming on board this app. I'm curious to know, for you moving forward, you in the band, the idea to not only obviously continue performing here on the East Coast, but internationally, what that means, what would that mean, like, what would that mean to you and your band, and what you see as being a message that is truly universal? Because that's what I see with the songs that you guys put out there.
well, I appreciate that. And yeah, we're, you know, so excited. We a good friend of ours who used to be our former drummer. They just booked a tour in Germany that they're going to be doing, and you know, it's that kind of music that you just you want to share with everybody, and it's the kind of, you know, good time hard rock that you know is loved all over the world. You know, we've gotten, you know, from past songs like South America loves good rock, you know, which is awesome to us, you know. So that's somewhere we want to go. We want to go, you know, over to you know, over to Europe and do a tour there. So we have a lot of aspirations to get out there and share our music with everybody, and hope to do that coming soon. So
It's gonna happen, my friend. It's gonna happen. I think also, you know, maybe it's my being a kid of the 80s and 90s. There's a nostalgia factor to what you guys put out there. And I don't know if you've been told this before, but I feel like now more than ever, where our world wants to cuddle up with a familiar blanket, dare I use that analogy. There's something about your sound that feels so familiar, yet it's so new. Have you guys been told that before?
yes, and it's something that's that's the music we love. So that's the music we want to make, and
Well, it
it's
comes through, my friend. It comes through.
well, I appreciate that. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, it's that early 2000s, you know, late 90s, early 2000s, just, you know, hard rock and roll that we have all grew up with.
And
And
by the way, sorry to interrupt. You're looking at someone who's, you know, I work on Broadway. So it's like, but there's something about your sound that, like, I dig.
oh
And
yeah,
isn't it the
well,
beauty of music?
and the funny part is I was a musical theater major, so you know, you know, it's just turning in the vibrato and clean looks to grit and screams, and you know, it's all the
Okay,
same. It's all love. It's all
all
music.
love, it's all love, and it's all great storytelling. And you get to do that with your bliss, with your band. And Jesse, it is so great to meet you. I can't wait to meet you live and in person sooner rather than later. And again, I'm also so happy that we're now connected.
Absolutely, and glad to be a part of this project. It's really great. So
Thank you.